Greetings, everybody. Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 2 of Kerbal Space Program, which originally aired live on Twitch. Now, of course, if you were human, the G-forces would have just killed you. But, you know, whatever. They're Kerbals. Right, what would that look like? You've been warned. If you're an epileptic, I probably should have given you more warning than this. Okay, so it looks awful. Looks awful. Cool. And now we're a tumbling satellite. Right? Technically. Now all we have to do is aim for the Maldives like China did, and we'll be good. Woobly woobly woo. And I do believe that there are 2 tourists that never want to re-enter space ever again in their life. All right, let's fast forward time. I don't exactly have a heat shield on this. So let's hope that it's a good enough trajectory, or we're going to learn what a Kerbal tastes like. I also did use up all of my, whoa, what was, that was debris that just happened to be flying past us. Uh-oh. Nope, we lost Hillpont. No, we lost Hilzer. Hilzer's dead. Free divorce. Hey, Hillpont, how's it feel to be a single lady? Valentina takes 2 up and kills 1 of you. I don't need all the okay, we're about to smash because my parachutes decided to not work. So if we wanted to correct this, let's say we did. Yeah, it was a late to play. Let's say we did. The way to do it would be A, let's take the monopropellant out, because we don't need monoprop. It makes the ship a little bit lighter. B, we're going to use the orbital, the radial, whatever they're called, and stick a beacon on the top. Bad for aerodynamics, but it will work. And then C, this bad boy, we only really need maybe like some of the solid fuel, so I'm going to remove some solid fuel just so it's a shorter trip and launch. Yeah, I only need about 10 of the ablator, but I don't think it's all that. Oh yeah, let's stick a science junior in too. Might as well, or let's do 2 of them. Flip the pods, and I don't want to flip the pods. Ugly is the new fashionable. And let's also use drogue chutes for the slowdown. I don't think we're going to need them, but I'm going to do them anyway. So the drogues will go first, and then the regular ones. Let's make sure our phasing isn't, or staging is intact, and it is. Save. Okay, this thing is hideous. Love it. I hope the extra weight of the science juniors won't keep us from making it to space. Only one way to find out. Launch, launch, launch. Hey! Hillpont, you're alive. Fancy that. One of the issues that I did there was all of the crazy spinning that I did used up all our electric charge, which then removed my ability to rotate. Because if we were rotating the ship to spread the heat around on re-entry, we probably would not have killed Hillpont. But I had burned through all of my electric charge doing the psychotic cartwheels, so, you know. This is ugly. I don't have a lot of parts unlocked, so it's gonna be this ugly. Husky, what are you doing? Want to join me? Chat wants a beautiful ship. I have like 12 parts. I can't make a beautiful ship out of 12 parts. That's just not even a reasonable request. And also, it's subjective. I think this is beautiful. So. Tusk likes it too. I mean, look at her. Oh, next phase. Alright, taking a look. Yeah, this is easily going to make it to space, no problem. I'm also not even touching the controls. Valentina is doing all the work. I could flatten out for easier reentry, yeah. But I would prefer to land near KSC instead for more money. Call me greedy, but that's just the way it is. Okay, so the Apo. I'll flatten out a little bit. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna actually try to cut. I'm gonna flip-flop this thing. Because I don't need to go as high as I am. Alright, there we go. A 104. No problem. Pow! Okay, so let's do the material study. 25 science. Boom. Let's do 2 of them. Nah, I'm not gonna do 2 of them. I'll do 1 in the upper atmosphere. So once we re-enter, and we've re-entered, so this is in high atmo. Let's do another one for 22. And then point our heat shield down, and I hit the drogue chutes. Or a missile. Alright. We obviously have a heat shield this time, so... Whoa! Okay, never mind. Well, it doesn't really matter. We already slowed down. So it's no problem. Ah! That almost hit us. Alright, so now the drogue chutes act as like, you know, brakes a bit. And then we have our main chutes. I think we'll also be in a new biome, so I can do a crew report once we land. I'm cutting the drogue chutes now. We don't need them. And we're gonna land at 5 meters per second. Bye-bye, heat shield. Sweet. Alright, how's your view? Yep. Just about as fantastic as you'd expect. Yeah, the heat shield was on the other side. Didn't really need to jettison that, but whatever. It's very green with some mountains majesty. They're not purple, but they're close. Alright, slow down time. Clunk. And Valentina, would you be so kind as to... Nice landing. EVA report from the grasslands. Alright, recover Valentina, and then I'll recover the spaceship. And there is the tourist. So, 8 science. And then tracking station. There's still the regular ship out there too. So, here is the X-Arc. Recover. And that gave me 48.8 science. And then Helzer and Hillpoint are alive. And more funds. Funds. And rep. Okay, cool. Glitch, thanks for the bits. Let's see if we launch a Glitch Mark 1 sometime soon. So let's take a quick look. We have got... Should I go for an orbit? I'll poll you all. How's that sound? It'd be tricky, but I think I could do it. Alternatively, there is 3 Taurus for ferrying. And then most of these are just boring surveys, unfortunately. But taking a look at my R&D, here's a crew cabin that would have been helpful for the tourists that I didn't have. Struts, which is great. I'll probably do stability, general construction rather. So let's get that. All right, looks like everybody wants to see an orbit attempt. So let's accept the orbit mission, and then let's see if there's any other missions that could be done. This is way too high altitude. I'm not going to be doing that. The Terrier liquid fuel engine orbiting Kerbin at really high altitude, not going to do that either. Okay, nothing else. Nope, we're just going straight orbit. None of the other missions that are available make any sort of sense to work into this mission. Unfortunately. All right, so let's do a little orbiter. And we have... What is this going to be? This is going to be the Pillbug. Okay. Pillbug nightly jams. All right. So here is my little command module. And on top, parachute. I could stick a little flag on this, but I don't think I will. Science. Let's do a science junior. Let's get one of everything. Or 2 of everything, because they're pretty lightweight. Okay. And then underneath, the heat shield. So this is what's going to be relanding Kerbin, whatever it's called. Tusky is in the room. As soon as she comes back, she'll be pet. Okay, so for a full orbit, this is the chart I'm going to be using. For a full orbit, I need roughly 4,500 or so delta V. Probably the easiest way to do it is to have the phase that circularizes your orbit to be liquid. So I'm going to do liquid fuel. And let's see, thrust vac or thrust ISP. So I know it's tiny, the indicators there, but there are engine ISP is essentially fuel efficiency. So this Terrier engine at atmosphere has about 85 fuel efficiency. In vacuum, it's 345. This is 310 in vacuum, and this is 320 in vacuum. I'm going to use the swivel. The Terrier, I'm a little worried, is too underpowered, whereas the swivel has a little bit more power and should get me there. And I think what I'm going to do is just one more fuel here. So this will be my... This phase right here will be what circularizes my orbit. Or actually, you know... No, that should be fine. This should be fine. Okay. Then, the phase beneath it, what I'm going to do is I will have radial decouplers underneath, and these are going to have hammers. It'll be hammer time. So the hammers are going to help, they're going to provide thrust so that I can achieve more of a circular orbit. Also help with circularizing and also altitude. All right, and then underneath that, gonna get messy. We're gonna do solid fuel, which will do the bulk of the lifting. And I will try to calculate total delta V once I'm done. So thrust limit, if we open up the delta V chart, I want to limit my thrust to be sort of as low as possible, like about 1.1. So let's do a 50 and 50 for these. Thrust weight ratio 1.1, perfect. Could not have worked out better. And then these rockets here can have a much lower thrust. I'll do thrust limit of 20%. And then the last phase will be my liquid rocket. Okay, let's save that. Let's add some fins. If you want to run predictions, yeah, sure. I didn't mean to click that. Predicting whether I fail or not. I like it. Alright, this looks good. Whoa, my phases got all weird. What? My staging is super weird. Yeah, just put all of the rockets on the same stage. Let me fix that. All right, there we go. Staging is a little bit better. Save. Up here, the monopropellant I'm going to remove. And then the ablator here. Oh, that's not it. Heat shield. Bring that down to like 40. Save. All right, what am I missing? Will I need a revert? Yeah. That'd be a good prediction. Let me just double check everything. I'm not going to need food, even though I'm achieving orbit. I think I'll be all right. I don't know, a flag? I'm missing a flag. Do flags weigh anything? Oh, you know what? I might be at part count. Yes, so I'm at 30 part count limit. So I'm going to have to upgrade my VAB. Boom. That leaves me 68,000 left over to work with, which I think this rocket was easily less than 68,000. Yeah, it's 20,000. All right. Okay. Where's the prediction? Cheese is trying to work it out. But I can throw one up real quick. Will I survive? Basically, will this work without reverting? Will this be good? Crew. Let's send Jeb for his first orbital mission. Hey Yoda, welcome back. How you doing, buddy? And save and... Oh, one other thing I could do is add some structural struts so that things don't wobble so much. So I'm going to strut a little bit to prevent the wobblies. All right, so that should prevent wobbling. Struts, I love struts. I overuse them, I'm sure, but there we go. Up, up, and away. Hi, dude. Okay, well, I don't think that counts, because that's just, that honestly, I didn't even launch. Yep. So that was good. Alright, well, if you're wondering why that happened, I need to strut from the outside rockets to the inside so that it doesn't wobble violently to annihilate itself. And then we can even do a launch stability control here. Save. Here, I'll even cheese it a little bit. And launch stability control with it really, 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 really high up. No, I don't like auto strutting. I like to place it myself. All right, this one should count if it's not going to self-destruct on itself immediately. Whoa, okay, I'm spinning. This, I think... Nope, come on. Come on, fins. I think I can survive this, but it's not going to be... Hold on. No, it's not going to be successful. Alright, it's death. Oh, that was great. Choose outcome. No! The no's have it. Oh, Cheese already beat me to it. So the issue there was we clipped the launch tower, like, at the start, which is a really weird problem to have. So I'm going to move the launch towers to be underneath. I don't really care if they roast. And then the other thing is I'm going to add some more winglets, because the ability that I had to control this thing was basically 0, and it sucked. I had no control. So I'm going to put some more winglets here. I'm good without a flag. We're only orbiting. My TWR, my thrust rate ratio, I thought was higher than this. I mean, we're still going up, so like that counts. But I thought it was, yeah. All right. So that's a bit more normal. It wasn't so much an error with the rocket; it was an error with the launch arms that nudged the winglets and sent me into one heck of a suicide dive. Alright, so this solid fuel is helping to fight against air and gravity. Yeah, I got bonked pretty hard there. Again, it's been, you know, like 2 years since I've played. It's been a while. Alright, I really want to be aiming towards 90, not 270. 90 is the easier orbit. But this rocket's not letting me control anything, so. Just the way it is. I can't wait until I have inline reaction wheels. There we go. Now I can actually tilt this one. And if I really wanted to be able to tilt it better, I could, what I could do is I could turn on my swivel engine and use a little bit of liquid fuel for thrust vectoring if I needed to, but hasn't been necessary so far. So let me start tilting to 90, because, yeah, my Apo... Whoa! I don't know why the camera zoomed out so aggressively. It's such a happy little rocket engine. I'm wandering around the wheel here. I'm not losing speed, I'm gaining it. Look. See? It's going up. I'm fine. Why does it keep zooming me out? Like 1,000 miles. Yeah, I was losing speed when you typed it, but my thrust weight ratio is in the positive now. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to make sure this apoapse is at least 70K, and then circularize as much as we can. And I have I have about 2,000 Delta V left in this. I think we'll be all right. Zoom, zoom. It's not super well engineered, but should get the job done. Now, the thing is, I need enough fuel to then deorbit too, or I turn into a tumbling satellite. All right, so there we go. Apoapс is space suborbital trajectory. Ditching the sides. And at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to wait until I get closer to the apoapse, and then I'm going to burn to the horizon to try to circularize the orbit. Deorbiting is overrated? Yes, but see, the thing is I have only 14 days of food, and a rescue mission would be very difficult to do with my current tech. All right, let me get really close to this apoapse. Okay, we're officially in space now. And then we do a circularization burn, keeping a close eye on my fuel to make sure that we have enough fuel to, you know, ever get back home. Nope, I might not have... So we're technically orbiting, but it's like, it's not a true orbit. Not yet. Oh god, I have barely enough fuel to get home. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, we did it. There it is. The periapse is 70k. The apoapse is 130k. We are in orbit with 100 Delta V left, which is fine. It won't allow us to, like, land so much as just sort of atmo burn, but yeah, that works. All right, let's log. I don't even know I brought this stuff up because this is all diminishing returns. Crew report. You are now orbiting. Congratulations. So the collection of science done. And now what I need to do is time warp out to the apoapse and do a deorbiting burn to come back home. As long as I have enough electric... Yeah, I have enough electric charge. Okay. So I haven't survived yet, but all right, here is my deorbiting burn. And all that really needs to happen is my periapse needs to dip into the atmosphere, which is pretty easy to do with very little fuel. Because then aerobraking will take care of the rest. We actually might land near the desert airfield. Okay, there we go. I'm completely out of fuel. So let's ditch that. And... oh, no, I was facing the right direction. Okay. And re-enter. The Science Junior is great for lithobraking. Yeah, if my one parachute isn't enough, the Science Junior might be helpful in lithobraking. Lithobraking, of course, is smashing into the into Kerbin at high speeds. That would be lithobraking. Yeah, I think we actually might get kind of close to the desert launch site. I guess there's two S's there. Okay. Here we are. Ablator ablates the heat. Doesn't matter if it's open or closed. No, it doesn't. It's getting hot in here. Here we go. I'll mimic what's happening out there. If we take a look at my view, it's a little spicy. Uh-oh. Gotta point the ship so that the heat shield's taking the heat. It was starting to cook my starting to cook some things it shouldn't. Stop cooking my goo container. Eventually I'll implement a service bay so the goo containers aren't just like welded to the side of the ship. But yeah, this has worked. And we're gonna be kind of close to the desert airfield. As long as I don't run out of the ablator. So that's the desert airfield over there. Can you not decide, Tusk? Just chill. All right, there we go. We're through the big burns now. And the rest is going to be easy. Cool. Orbit achieved. And a totally new biome too, right? Because this ain't the grasslands. I'm not going to drop the heat shield. It's going to do some litho braking for me. No, it won't even need to. I'm coming in at 6.6 meters per second. So it's a little bumpy of a ride, but like nothing that's going to blow anything up. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my instruments, except for the I'm going to relog here, overriding the pressure scans, because this is the new biome. And it will give me more science if I just, you know, take temperatures in the desert. All right, cool. Recover. And orbit achieved. I survived. With that slapped together rocket. It was really not my finest work, but having not played in 2 years, I'll take it. Squeaky, thanks for the bits. Celebration for orbiting. I appreciate it. So we got 26.8 science, mostly from just the landing site. We recovered 2/3 of the cost, and Jeb now is level 1. So he is a better pilot than he was before. Now what's this kind of goes from like 0 to 1,000,000. Explore the Mun is like so lofty. I mean, that's just not going to happen anytime soon. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I need a lot more science before that becomes a thing. Yeah. Oh, flyby the Mun. Yeah. Explore the Mun is still a flyby, but we don't really have the R&D for that. Let's see. I think what I'm going to do is spend some money upgrading my astronaut complex to allow EVAs, so I can do EVA reports in space. Well, let's see. We also got some parts here, so let's unlock flight control, which gives me the small inline reaction wheel, which will give me a lot more control over the ship. It also gives me the MechJeb case if I want it, but I'm not that worried about that. So I think what I'm going to have to do here is earn more money. We're going to have to be hounds for money for a bit. But here's a quick poll. What should I prioritize? Science or money? So with science, I'd be able to unlock more complex parts, which would help me attain, higher orbits and the like. And with more money, I would be able to upgrade my astronaut complex to allow EVAs, my tracking station to allow patched conics, which allows me to schedule my burns, upgraded mission control for flight planning, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. And if you go for science, one of the things I might be able to do is start to do sort of rovery things for science. I don't love the sort of meta of it, but I mean, if you really want science, I could do it. So what that would look like is it would be the really, really easy stuff wouldn't even be it wouldn't even really be a rover. It would just, a plane. It would just basically be like a little rovery thing. Do I even have wheels though? No, I don't even have wheels. Never mind. I take everything I just said back. I'm not going to be able to rover around. All right. Never mind. Unnamed spacecraft. We're not going to be doing that. All right, let's take a look. So it says, it looks like you all want me to prioritize science. So, the delta V required to fly by the mun is at least 5,000. So the orbit that I just achieved is about 4,500. So it would require a lot more rocket power to fly by the mun at this point, which is stressful, to say the least. Alternatively, I could take these contracts here that give me a little bit of science, not a ton, but it gives me a little bit of science, which would allow me to... Well, let me take a look at the R&D tree. So heavy rocketry here, the kickbacks and pollexes would really help me get from point A to point B, especially the pollex. These pollexes are massive. So if I can somehow gain about 81 more research, I would get these huge solid fuel boosters, which would really aid in my, space exploration. Alternatively, fuel systems with the external fuel ducts would allow me to start using asparagus staging, which can really help out with fuel efficiency and thrust with liquid rockets. So between fuel systems and heavy rocketry, there's a lot of potential options to increase my tech. Just looking at the rest of the options, advanced construction would be nice, but most of this is complex, like stack separators, nose cones, things that don't help me get to space, but things that help me build more complex ships. Aerodynamics is just more winglets, more or less. Aviation would give me wheels, which would allow me to rover around the ground a little bit. But I don't think that we want to get our science just by driving around Kerbin. I mean, that's so boring. Landing would be good if I'm trying to land on the mun or moon, but we don't need to do that yet. Advanced flight control would be great for monopropellant thruster blocks and inline advanced stabilizers. This would really help with landing specifically. Space exploration would be repair kits. These are for like more science, more, like running science on Kerbin or other. Miniaturization would be for satellites mostly, and then electrics actually might be one of those sort of pseudo must-haves before we go to the moon, because the worry is, of course, we could run out of power, and that would be bad. So we're really strapped for science. No, we have some other options here. We could, if we take a look here, there's different programs that you can start running. So this program takes reputation gains and puts them into funds. This takes reputation gains and puts into science, which is probably what I'm going to do. Forget my reputation, give me more science. So then you can choose the ratio to which it does it. So I could take like 20% of the reputation that I would otherwise make, and it yields 1 science for each 2.4 reputation. It's a really good way to make science out of essentially not running science missions. Then this takes funds and turns it into science, and then this sells science for funds. This one turns funds into reputation, sells reputation for funds, and then these reduce cost but lower reputation for the discounts, and this allows you to recover a little bit more inexpensively. I don't have what I need to do leadership initiative or anything like that. So I think what I'm going to do is the unpaid research program at a commitment of 20%. Accept. So I'm turning reputation into science, and that's going to help fuel my science here. So if you take a look at these missions here, wow, they really aren't. So this mission, for instance, this like ferry 3 tourists, reduces the reputation I make by 6 and gives me 2 extra science that I otherwise would not have made as a freebie. And you can see the ratios here. I know they're small, but like I gain 1 extra for a cost of 3 or 1 extra for a cost of 3. So it's a nice way to like push a little bit more science. Yep. So, I think the only way for me to really get additional science, I wouldn't put well, here. Should I attempt on flyby? I don't think this will succeed. I think I will need to do considerable redesign and rework. So the alternative to this goal would be for me to try to get biome sciences. So let me show you the biomes real quick. I could either attempt him on flyby with my current level of tech, or I could, I guess it's best to go into the tracking station. I could try to get some additional biome information. So there are mountains here I could get biome from. There's more grassland biomes. There's ocean. I could get a lot of science, a considerable amount of science, just by quickly doing micro missions to each biome. And there's a lot of biomes on Kerbin. So if you take a look at, there's even as soon as I get the aerospace tech, there's a lot of biomes just within the Kerbal Space Center. I'm trying to find so there's ice caps, northern ice shelf, southern ice shelf, tundra, highlands, mountains, grasslands, deserts, badlands, shores, water. And then there's the mini biomes of Kerbal Space Center. There's the launch pad, the inland airfield. There's the admin, astronaut complex, crawlerway, flagpole, launch pad, mission control, R&D, runway, tracking station, VAB. They all have their own little microbiomes, which allows me to really game the science. So I think what I'm going to do is build a science hopper. That's looks to be the pole there. So a science hopper is just a little ship that the aim isn't really to go to space. The aim is just to fly around Kerbin, turning funds into science. So what is this going to be named? It is going to be the Micklemoose. All right, Micklemoose. And I'm going to try to design this as like cheaply as possible. So I'm going to stick service bay on here. So that the science objects don't get crushed. And there's a science junior. I'm not really leaving the atmosphere. Actually, I probably don't need a science bay. I'm not really leaving the atmosphere, so I'm not going to need heat shield or anything like that. There's no way we're going to burn up or anything. I should probably do 2 science juniors because of the diminishing return. And then we're going to want a few parachutes just to make sure that we don't have rough landing. But I don't want to put my parachutes... Let me redesign this a little bit. I don't want to put my parachutes where I could block the door because I'm going to want to do EVAs. So we'll put radial parachutes here. So it's a lot of parachuting power, and then I can stick the goo containers there. And then the rest of the ship here, because I don't have any landing, oh, I have micro landing struts. I guess I could use micro landing struts for the first time ever. Why not? Underneath, a simple decoupler. And then the initial virgin flight of this isn't going to go very far. I'm planning on basically just hitting up the ocean. So all I need is a little reliant here. My thrust to weight ratio is 4, so easily it will take off. And all this is going to do is basically fly into the ocean and make some science for me. Yeah, it's too safe to bother for protection. So yeah, don't bother. If this goes wrong, I've done something dreadful. I have no fins, but it doesn't really matter. I'm just, that's it. That was the whole launch. That simple. Because right now my trajectory, whoa, is obviously heading into the ocean. And I have no idea why I added micro landing struts, because, yeah, let me cut this. We're not even landing we're landing in the water. And this will help eke out a little bit more research. And then I'm going to do a similar one heading to the grasslands over there. Same exact mission. I probably won't even need to retool the ship. Use the same ship. I probably will add, like, winglets, though. But pretty much the same ship. And we'll head to grasslands and do a little bit of science over grasslands. So here's 17 science. Boom. I like that. I don't think I'm good at... None of the other things here will really net science, I don't think. No. 17 science, because I've never done a low... If we review the data here, I haven't done a flying at Kerbal material study, so that's good. Close those doors there. All right, get ready for splashdown. And then it should tilt. Material study, this will be landed. Oh, I'm actually in the shores. I'm not even in the ocean. So we could do another ocean run after this. Easy peasy. So logging the temperature of the ocean, the pressure of the ocean. This is the meta I didn't particularly like. But it's gonna help us bridge the gap so that we can start doing MUN stuff. Because once you get to the MUN, or moon, I guess it should be pronounced. Whoa! Dude, you're so fat, you sunk my battleship. Once you get to the moon, you make, you could pretty much max out your science tree just by going to the moon and min-miss. So there we go. That's, shores. The Shorbs biome is done for, Science Junior and goo and barometer and temperature and crew reports. Actually, I didn't do a crew report. Oh well, I can't fix that now. But yeah, we got 43.6 science. I'm I'm going to unlock aviation because I can show you a different way to do this. So let's go to the space plate, space hangar here. And I should probably be crewing this up with my science officer, so I'll do that this time. So this is going to be the Squeaky Dink. Mark 1. No parachutes necessary. We are going to add a junior. 2 of them. Goo containers. Barometers. Thermometers. We are going to add... Let's do... just regular old liquid fuel, not oxidizer, because we're going to be using a different engine, I think. Oh, do I actually... No, yes. So here's a basic jet engine. And then... then wheels. Yep. This is my science car. I hope. Alright. Science car, are you ready? Let's, science car, let's give you, like, beautiful wings. You could pretend you're a plane. You're not, but... Oh, and let's give you a circular intake on the front. There we go. I forgot the intake. So, thanks for the reminder. How does it turn? I don't think it does. Well, no. Vectoring? Maybe this can't vector. I don't know. No, I can turn it. Sort of. Barely. This thing doesn't really vector, does it? But I'm only trying to do grassland science here. Whoa, too fast. So let's just get off the runway, go into the grassland, and do my science. Let's see, are we in grassland yet? Nope, we're curving. Whoa, what the heck is that nonsense? All right, I'm gonna revert this and set it up with a fuel and oxidizer so that we can turn around a little bit easier. So instead of liquid fuel, we'll use this bad boy and give it a real engine. So, oh my god, this is so overpowered. Oh god. All right, no flying. Oh, maybe it will help to have symmetric wheels. Okay. And on the front, we'll have steerable landing gear. Can I, here's what I'll do. And, this design obviously is patent pending. So, no stealing it. I don't need the intake anymore. Because we don't use we don't need oxidizer. Nope. Didn't need to do that. Come on, stupid wheel. Squeaky, you are going to be one weird looking rover thing. I have no idea if that's going to work, but it's way too low. Here, let me move my barometer and stuff. Go like that. Okay, this looks terrible. And someone, yeah, someone somewhere signed off on this design. They should probably be fired immediately. Oh boy. Rocket boat. All right, there's a very real possibility that Jebediah... Oh, hold on, let me revert one more time. I apologize. I'm going to put my science officer in. So, crew. Baba Jeb. Hello, Bob. Launch. Science monstrosity. Mark. Squeaky dink. Donna. Donna. Oh my god. Oh. Alright. Time for some aggressive drifting. I blew up the engine already. Yeah, I probably should just revert. Because we are in Kerbal Shores still. Yep, alright. It would help if I didn't blow up the engine. This is what you get for putting Bob in control. Because Bob is not a veteran pilot. Yeah, I might need more ground clearance. I think it was just that I hit this hump bump a little too fast. If I go a little bit slower until it levels off, I'm good now. 30 meters per second. I don't have, do I have brakes? Yeah, I have brakes. Okay, yeah, I have brakes that work. Alright, we're coming. Swiggity swooty, coming for that science booty. I like my view. Like, how somehow you could steer this. And once we hit the dark green, oh god. I wiggled. I'm gonna need more clearance. Because as soon as we bounce like this, like a lowrider, it gets angry. And you don't like it when it's angry. But instead of reverting this, I'm just going to observe everything. Because apparently, I haven't done these. I think the game is bugging out, because I feel like I've done all these missions here. Is Yoda okay? He's alright. He had to go to the vet, get his teeth cleaned, and had 2 teeth pulled. So he's a little bit more toothless than he was yesterday. With that said, he's, missing a lot of his adult teeth. Small dog syndrome, Okay, well, this wasn't the mission that I intended, but apparently, hey bud. Apparently, it was still science. 22 science. All right, Squeaky, guess what? You get to be Mark II. I'm gonna relaunch this mission with a Mark II, give it a little bit more clearance so we don't blow ourselves up here. Let's take these wheels off and stick structural. Stick some structural beams here. It's so ugly. Alright, it doesn't need wings. The wings were aesthetic. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to copy and paste those so they're at the same clearance height. Alright. That should work. This is the Squeaky MK2 Mark II. Save and launch. Needs more space tape. Yeah, this is if you want to burn weeds real efficiently, this bad boy Got you covered. I haven't even launched it. Look, it's moving on its own. Oh god. Oh god. This thing is oh Jesus. It's miserable to control. Just I'm so tempted to just floor it, but it will absolutely get me killed. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Bub, bub, bub. We're gonna revert to launch here. So these are not good wheels. We're gonna have to go slow. And I apologize because it's slow is boring. Yeah, this is the Drift King. Bob never died. That was Bob the test dummy. Oh, God, I just want to floor it so bad. My objective here is to make more science. So, make more science. There, updated. I think I can take this up to like 20. Okay, yeah, good. I have no idea what's going on with this weird text nonsense. But yeah, this biome has been tapped. If I don't want to be super patient, I can try... Oh, nope. Don't do that. I was trying to do... Oh my god. Death Wobble! I was trying to do Time Warp, but it don't work so well. Alright, so if we zoom out here, I'm about halfway to my destination. And I'm going to try to keep it at about 20 meters per second and not turn. This thing cannot turn. This Squeaky Mark II is not for driving side to side or whatever. It's only a forward bowl. It's like a rocket sled. That's exactly what it is, a rocket sled. Hey, guy. As you can see, he's not his perky self. He's not even perking up, and I'm not gonna ask him to. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, we're almost there. I think it would have been faster if we had not done the rover way, if we had blasted off and landed. And I'll do the mountain biome that way. I just wanted to demo rover cars. Because, I don't know. It's a very effective way to do it at very low cost. Oh, God. Hit the brakes! Hit the brakes! I am not in control of this. And I am right next to the grass biome with no thrust anymore. This thing just wants to explode. I don't know what to tell you. It just likes blowing up. Let me see if I can do a Mark III improvement. It was so close. Yes, so close. It saddens me. I think fins actually would help with these specifically. These Delta Wings would give me downdraft or whatever. And if it doesn't, it will make me feel better about how cool it looks. And by that I mean looks terrible. I feel like I'm playing Spore. And you are a shark. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Put a shark fin there. Let's change the color to be darker. There we go. Very fancy. Alright, so this is the Mark III. Save and launch. Thank you for watching Kerbal Space Program, which originally aired live on Twitch. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you liked this stream, or specifically this episode, please consider voting for Kerbal Space Program in the future when it comes up in the polls. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next episode, or perhaps an upcoming stream. Farewell.